Hey man, how are
I'm
you?
doing good. Is your camera all right?
Today I'm using my computer because
Oh, because okay,
my
so you don't
I
have a
have a problem with my cell phone.
oh, cool, cool. So no camera today, huh? Okay. All right, fine, fine. But can you hear everything?
Yes,
Okay. Can you see everything?
yes.
All right, cool, man. All right. So what's going on with you? Anything new?
Actually, nothing.
Nothing. Okay. All right. All right. I want to bring something new to you. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about, I don't know if you've heard about the news. I don't know if you watched or heard the news today. Have you watched or heard anything today?
Not today, man.
Not today. Okay. All right. I don't know if you know that Trump, he said that he threatened. Remember the word threaten? You asked me the other day what threatening means.
No.
No, don't remember. Threaten, ameaçar. He threatened the people. You know that people were protesting in America, right?
Yes.
And he threatened people to put the military to strike against the protesters. Have you heard of that?
Yes, I heard.
You heard it? Okay. All right. So I brought for you this scene. Do you know who Justin Trudeau is, right? Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. Do you know him?
No,
You don't? Okay.
I
He's a
don't.
he's a famous guy. He's like the Obama of Canada. He's very famous. And today, a reporter asked him about what he feels, what he thinks about Trump using the military to strike against protesters. Okay? I want you to see that and I want you to tell me your opinion. What do you think about his reaction? Pay attention to his reaction. Okay? All right?
Yes.
Mr. Justin Trudeau was asked about President Trump's response to the protests. I want you to see how he answered it.
We do have Donald Trump now calling for military action against protesters. We saw protesters tear gas yesterday to make way for a presidential photo op. I'd like to ask you what you think about that. And if you don't want to comment, what message do you think you're sending?
We all watch in horror and consternation what's going on in the United States. It is a time to pull people together, but it is a time to listen. It is a time to learn what injustices continue despite progress over years and decades. But it is a time for us as Canadians to recognize that we too have our challenges.
What do you take from the silence? 20 seconds. Was it a stunt? What was the effect? For me, it's that a leader doesn't just talk. A leader has to listen, but most importantly, a leader has to feel. A leader has to feel what the people he leads feels. He doesn't have to have the same experience, but he has to understand their experience. I'll be back at midnight Eastern tonight. Our coverage continues.
All right. So did you see his reaction? Did you see his body language, his pause? Have you noticed?
Yes.
What do you take from that? What's your opinion about that?
He was acting.
You think it was a stunt? You think it was a stunt? He was pretending.
Pretending?
Pretending, yeah. Fazer de conta. That's what pretend.
Why not acting?
Yeah, it could be acting. No, it's the same. Acting or pretending, it's the same thing in this case.
In this case, I prefer acting.
Oh, okay.
but he's a very bad actor.
Oh, okay. So you think he was not feeling anything? It was just acting.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. All right. Okay. And what's your opinion about Trump threatening to use military force against its own people, against protesters? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's legal to do that? I mean, I know in American law it's a little more complicated, but would it be legal here in Brazil if the president asked the military to use force against protesters?
It's a little complicated, but in some case, yes. In this case, that's not a true protest. It's vandalism, you know?
Okay.
People are breaking stories, are breaking houses, firing cars. That's not protest, man.
That's vandalism.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Nice take. So do you think in Brazil would be possible then to use military
Yes.
against that?
As happened in Curitiba.
It happened? Oh, it happened in Curitiba a few days ago, right?
Yes.
But did the government use the military or the police?
In the first case, police. But if the policy can't how can I say,
solve the problem?
Yeah, solve the problem, we can use the military.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Nice. Also, I also brought you this thing. Do you know what's going to happen to the guys? I mean, the 4 policemen that are involved in George Floyd death. Are you aware?
Could you repeat, please?
Do you know who George Floyd is? George Floyd?
Yes.
The guy, the black guy that died a few days ago, right? I think last week. Actually, he was murdered. But there were 4 policemen, 4 cops involved, right? And they're all being charged with second-degree murder. Do you know what second-degree murder is?
No.
No? Okay. Let's watch this video, and then I'm gonna show you what second-degree murder is. Let me put, I don't think we have captions here. Subtitle, background, default. Yeah, I don't know, I don't think so. No captions. Let me see, speed. Let me see if it's, I don't think it's too fast.
Because nobody's gonna know George Floyd better than his own son.
I'm here with my family. We demand justice. My father shouldn't have been killed like this. We want justice.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Justice. Benjamin, let me ask you about, and I see you holding Quincy there.
So, do you see that the officer arrested for Floyd's death charged with second-degree murder, and 3 other officers charged with aiding and abetting second-degree murder? Okay, pay attention to that. All right.
Yes.
It's very emotional. It's very emotional for Quincy and all of his children and all of his family. I mean, to have all of this thrust upon you, to witness this tragic killing of his father, and I don't want to get into the details because I don't want to put him through any further emotional agony than he's already doing, but it was a horrific death on top of losing your father.
I can't imagine, and really, we are so deeply troubled and sorry for what you have been through. Benjamin, there are new details now coming out about the 3 officers and Derek Chauvin, the person with his knee down on Mr. Floyd's neck. He is being charged now in court documents with second-degree murder, and I'm sorry you have to keep hearing that over and over and over again. He's being charged with second-degree murder, so they have lifted the charge, made it higher, and they have now, as I understand it from our Josh Campbell, charged the other 3 officers in this case. Tell me what you are hearing and what you think about the charges that have now been meted out on these 4 officers here.
Well, the family has always maintained that all 4 of the officers should be arrested for this horrific killing of Quincy's father. The charges against the officers, we believe, should be an aiding and abetting charge to the murder, or it should be a felony murder of some type, because we know if you cooperate or participate in the commission of a crime, then you can be held accountable for that crime as well. They do it to minorities all the time, and so we want equal justice in America. And Officer Chauvin, we believe it should be first-degree murder. We are relieved that they have been upgraded to second-degree murder, but the Attorney General has informed the family the investigation is ongoing, and if there's evidence to support a first-degree murder conviction, they will charge it. And so the family is relieved that Attorney General Keith Ellison, who has a track record for championing civil rights, has moved expeditiously in arresting these officers before we memorialize George Floyd tomorrow here in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
All right. Okay. Oops. No. Okay. It stopped. All right. So.
First, today.
All right. So you see that he was first charged with a first-degree murder, and then it was upgraded to second-degree murder. Okay.
It's like homicídio qualificado in Brazil, right?
I don't know.
Yes.
I know.
Think it is.
I know that second-degree murder is when it's not premeditated. Typically, second-degree murder is defined as murder that is not premeditated, or murder that is caused by the offender's reckless conduct that displays an obvious lack of concern for human life. So, first-degree murder, I think here explains that better. It's premeditated. When you do first-degree murder, it's because it's premeditated. And then
Yes.
second-degree murder is not premeditated. But they're both intentional. You both have the intent to kill. Okay?
Okay.
So, yeah, just so you know. So what do you think? Do you think there was a fair thing? This is the prosecutor. The prosecutor decided to charge the guy that actually killed him for second-degree murder, and the other 3 for aiding. Aiding is a synonym for help. Aiding, for helping, and abiding. Abiding is like when you let things happen. Okay, of second-degree murder. Do you agree with those charges, or do you disagree?
Uh,
Do you understand?
I agree. I agree.
You agree? Okay. Okay.
It was intentional, right?
It was or wasn't?
Was intentional.
It was intentional. Okay. And it was not premeditated, right? He was.
Yes.
He
Was the moment.
It was the heat of the moment, right?
Yes.
That he decided to do that, even though it was intentional. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. Very good. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. And now I want to bring you a third piece. Now it's about something we know already. It's about the release of the Supreme Court, the video that the Supreme Court released. Remember, that was like 1 week, 2 weeks ago, of the video of the meeting. So that's news that you know in Portuguese, you've read, you've listened, you've seen, you've watched the news in Portuguese. And now I want you to tell me if the news that they're reporting is the same news that they're reporting here in Brazil, okay?
Okay.
Latest numbers for Brazil, again making it the second most infected country on the planet and bearing the brunt of Latin America, which WHO now says is the epicenter really of the coronavirus outbreak. 347,000 about in cases reported in Brazil, according to the last count, just eclipsing Russia's latest numbers. And adding though to that sense of concern here in Brazil and outside of Brazil for Brazil is a recording that's been released by Brazil's Supreme Court as part of an ongoing investigation into Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro's alleged interference in police investigations. This very explicit 2-hour-long video is a leaked recording from a cabinet meeting last month. Now, it contains a number of things which the president himself has played down as not significant and not incriminating towards him. He's always denied interference in police investigations. The key bits, though, in reference to the coronavirus outbreak relate to comments he makes about the governors of Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro, both of whom have put in lockdowns and asked for face masks to be worn. He calls them feces, manure, to use a more polite term of what he in fact says, and he's also very explicitly rude about the mayor of a town called Manaus, which is heavily infected by coronavirus and digging large numbers of graves to cope with the outbreak there. He's similarly offensive towards that man as well. Now, also, his environment minister goes on to talk about possibly how this outbreak might enable further environmental regulations to be peeled back. He's defended his comments, saying he's always been in favour of deregulation. But while this video leak, or release I should say, from the Supreme Court, it does appear to be more about Brazil's internal political strife, it also carries a clear message to those doubting President Bolsonaro about what he and his inner circle seem to be saying to each other about those who try and do what they can to prevent coronavirus from spreading. The peak here in Sao Paulo, the worst affected and biggest city, possibly a week to 2 weeks away. Deep concerns here that the preparations that are being done simply haven't been enough so far. Nick Payton-Walsh, CNN, Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Okay, so do you think the things he said about the reporter, the things he said, they were fair? Do you think he was being
well, health officials here in Mexico City have once again recorded.
what's going on? He was being fair, or he was being unfair? He was being biased.
The parts of I understood, yes.
He was being
about
fair
the,
or not?
yes.
He was being fair. Okay. All right. Any comments on that? You want to make any comments?
Actually, it's a shame, right?
What is a shame?
The interference in
Interference.
interference, yes.
Who is interfering in what? Or who is
The president.
Is the president interfering, or someone interfering in the president, into the president?
He interferes
In what?
in the police.
Oh, in the police.
Yeah, in the police. He want information about his family and his friends.
Do you
his
think
alias.
Do you think that is unconstitutional, or do you think he has the right to know?
He has the right to indicate the director, but he can't interfere in the policy.
Okay, in the main police, the federal police, he can't.
Yes.
He cannot interfere. Got it. Okay, cool. All right, good. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving. Did you do your homework from last class?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Let's go ahead and check.
Hello?
Yes.
Are you here? Oh.
Yeah. So what do you got? What do you got? Let's go. Do you have your book with you?
Yes.
All right. You have these three descriptions of parts of an article, okay? So we have one part of the article usually details the description of the event. Another part usually summarizes the event. And the other one make comments and what are the action taken, okay? So which paragraph details the description of the event? Two
and 3.
2 and 3, very good. They detailed the description, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Which one summarizes the event? Says what happened, what, where, when, and who.
The first.
Paragraph 1. And which one make comments and what are the action taken?
Paragraph 4.
Paragraph 4, very good. All right. Did you write about stories or a story of what may have happened in these situations?
Actually, I didn't.
You didn't? Oh, okay. It was part of the homework, but that's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, man.
That's okay. That's okay. We can do it now. We can do it right now. So, what do you think? I'd like you to write a short story trying to involve as many as that image as possible, okay?
Okay.
But you have to say what may have happened, okay? What may or might have happened to these people in those stories, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna, do you want a song for that?
No.
No? Trying to concentrate this time?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Take, but doesn't have to be something long, okay? So like 5 minute,
Okay.
small story, okay?
Okay.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and check. Let's go ahead and check.
The man was driving very fast and crashed his car and started a fire.
Okay, crashed his car and then it started a fire.
Yes. and the woman was watching what happened,
Mm-hmm.
and the man is a very famous actor. I don't know, something.
Okay.
That's it.
And that's it. And
Yeah.
then the reporter. How about the reporters? We should have added. Oh, and the reporters showed up at the scene. Someone called the media,
Yeah.
and the media went there, right? All right, cool, man. Nice, nice. Okay, all right, let's move on. I think we did this activity right. Okay, let's move on. We have a lot of debates today, a lot of stuff to talk about. Okay. All right, let me open this right here. Have some speaking activity. So I'm gonna have to be your pair today.
Okay.
So talk to a classmate and decide about 2 famous people you would like to interview. Then write down the questions you'd like to ask these famous people. Okay? So we're gonna pretend at some point I'm going to be the famous person, I'm sorry, and you are interviewing me. Then we change roles. Then you are the famous person and I'm interviewing you. Okay, think about 2 people and I'll think about 2 people. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me actually research about a person here while you're doing yours. I'll do mine.
Can be anyone.
Anybody. I mean, a famous person, you know?
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yes.
Think of like 2 people, like it can be anybody. And then think about questions you might want to ask this person, you know?
Okay.
Done?
Yes.
All right. Okay, you better be ready. Because I'm ready. Oops. All right, let's go. Who is your person?
The first one, Gilmar Mendes.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yes.
Are you serious? I chose him too.
Really?
Really?
Man.
Can you see?
Crazy.
Can you see this image? Can you see this? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
You see that's his resume. I downloaded his resume. Yeah, so, but let me see. I think I have an image of him somewhere. Here, do you see it? Do you see his image right here?
Yes.
All right, so go ahead, man. Ask whatever questions. I know your questions already. Don't ask anything too technical, okay?
Let me see.
What do you want to ask?
And I would like to ask him about, that's the question. Why do you ignore all what you wrote in your books?
Why do you ignore what? Ow.
All.
What?
Everything.
Oh.
What?
Ignore
everything.
Everything?
Yes. What he wrote in his books.
He ignored everything that he, oh, I know what you mean. Now I know what you mean. You're saying that he's doing everything different
Yes.
than what he wrote in his books. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. So I'm Gilmar Mendes, so I need to answer that, right?
Yes, he's a very good writer, but as a minister, he's a shame.
Really, really. Well, okay. I think I'm gonna answer that. The answer is because I need to make money, my friend. Okay. And when I wrote books about right things. Now I need to do what's good for me. How am I gonna make money if I do the right things? I need to do the wrong things to make money. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. Who else? Who else you want to interview? It's two people.
The second one is Sérgio Moro.
I have to find another person now. I was gonna interview Gilmar Mendes. Okay, Sérgio Moro, go ahead. What do you want to ask Sérgio Moro? I am Sérgio Moro. Okay, so you're asking me.
Okay, Sérgio.
Okay.
Mr. Sérgio.
Thank you. I prefer that way because I have. How did he say? I have. How do you call it when you write a book about yourself? I have a biography. I have a biography to take care of. Right?
Okay. Do you want to be president?
I don't know because at this very moment, I want to help the Brazilian people get out of this situation. It's a bad situation for all population. And I've been working hard for the last 22 years. So I'm just going to rest and enjoy my family.
Okay.
All right, that's it? That's the only question?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's all I want to know, if he's going to be president. Okay.
You said one question, man.
No, I didn't say one question. No, I didn't say.
Really?
No.
Oh.
And
that's it.
That's it? Okay. All right. Okay. Let me think of someone. You're going to be let me think. Man, you stole my thunder, man. You took my guy. Let me see, who am I going to interview? You are Neymar. Okay, you are Neymar. Okay?
Okay.
So, Neymar, why do you do the things you do, man? The Brazilian people need Brazil to win a World Cup. Why do you keep acting like a child?
Because I'm rich.
Okay, all right. That's very demeaning of the Brazilian people, you know? You are rich, but the Brazilian people is not. The Brazilian people needs a victory, needs to be happy. People don't have money, people are suffering. Can you do just a little bit for the Brazilian people?
Brazilians need education, not football.
Yeah, but you make a ton of money, so why don't you quit playing soccer and give all your money towards education, to help education in Brazil then?
But I have my institute.
You have an institute, you help people, but you save a lot of money when you do that. Because when you open an institute, you pay less taxes. Isn't it true?
I'm capitalist, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you said people need education. That's not very capitalist.
I think you want my money.
You think with your money. Okay, all right. So you're never gonna play well for the Brazilian team then, because all you think is about money.
I prefer play well in PSG.
Okay, you just want to make good money and don't worry about the Brazilian squad.
Okay.
All right, man. Okay. All right. Now, second interviewer. Okay. You are Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping?
Yeah.
Really?
Really? Okay, you are Xi Jinping.
Will you ask me in Mandarin?
No, that's English class. No. Neymar is Brazilian and I'm not speaking. Okay. All right. So Xi Jinping, the first question I want to ask you, is it true that coronavirus came from a laboratory? That's the question I'm asking. I have another question for you after that. Is it true that it came from a laboratory?
I'm Xi Jinping, right?
You're Xi Jinping.
So that's not true.
Okay. That's not true. Okay. How do you prove that this is not true? Because everyone is saying that it came from a laboratory.
I proved to OMS.
So they have the record. They have all records.
Yes.
That you didn't do it. Okay. All right. Now, let me ask you this. Are you trying to destroy the United States of America? Are you trying to become the #1 superpower and destroy America?
No, man.
No?
No, man.
No, man. I don't think he talks like that. No, I don't think so. Okay. So, why do you think Trump is talking so bad about you? Because Trump keeps saying that everything is your fault. How do you see that?
Because he's a very envious, right?
Hideous?
How can I say invejoso in English?
Oh, envious.
Envious. About our country.
And why is that? Why is he envious? Why is he envious of China?
Because China is a better democracy than US.
China is a democracy? You say China is a democracy? You don't even vote.
Of course it is, man.
You don't even vote in China.
Why not?
You don't vote. How can it be a democracy? Okay, all right.
That's a new form of democracy.
Oh, it's a
better form.
Oh, it's an evolved.
We have a millennial culture. We are more evolved than you.
Oh, okay. All right. Why are you like being friends with
Russia?
With Russia, but not Russia. That's not Russia I'm talking about. Oh man, I forgot the word in English and in Portuguese. With North Korea, with the guy from North Korea. A totalitarian regime like the one in North Korea with Kim Jong-un. What are your intentions with Kim Jong-un?
Because he's a good guy.
What? The fat boy?
Yes.
Fat boy is not a good guy.
Of course he is.
He's called a rocket man. He's called a bomb man. He's bombing. He's trying to bomb America.
He's the bigger leader of the world.
What? He's the by bigger, you mean fatter, right? By big, you mean fat. That's the only explanation. Anyway, thank you so much, Mr. Xi Jinping, for your interview. Okay. And I guess I wish you the best. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. Very good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Moving on. Moving on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's go for another speaking activity. Okay.
Okay.
So, activity 19. Do you ever post pictures or comments on the internet? What about your classmates? Takes turn to ask and answer the quiz to find out how addicted to social media you are. Okay, so let's do this quiz right here from 1 to 10. And then let's talk about that, okay?
Okay.
Let me know when you're done. Let me get my glasses because this is a little hard to read. Are you laughing at number 6?
Yes.
I love to.
Okay.
Done? All right.
Yes.
Can you read number 1 for us?
When you wake up in the morning, do you check how many times your comment or pictures has been retweeted, or liked?
It's actually retweeted. Retweeted.
Retweeted.
Yeah, or liked.
Or liked.
Liked. All right. Do you do that?
No.
Do you tweet? You said you don't tweet.
I don't.
You don't tweet much, right?
Yes.
But you check if people like your comment or your Instagram stuff?
No, I don't have Instagram.
Oh, you don't have Instagram. Oh, nice. That's nice. Okay.
I'm almost old man.
You're almost an old man. Okay. Well, I feel good. I feel good because people keep telling me, oh, you're such an old man. You don't have an Instagram account. Now I'm going to say, I have a 25-year-old student that doesn't have an Instagram as well. Okay. So
yes.
Take that. Okay. All right. Nice. It's a waste of time, man. Instagram. Come on. Anyway, number 2. Can you read for us?
Do often post pictures of your meals before you eat?
It should be do you. Do you often post pictures?
But that's just do. I think it's do you.
It should be do you. Do you often,
yes.
Right? Anyway,
yes.
That's a mistake.
I don't.
So do you post pictures?
No, I don't.
You don't? Never?
Never. I never did it.
Never did it. Never. Okay. All right. Me neither. I don't even have. Okay, my wife does it though. My wife
My
sometimes.
sister too.
Your sister does it too. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, it's a
She
win.
has TikTok.
Yeah, I still don't understand what the heck TikTok is. I mean, it's, you make videos, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to understand. I know that teenagers talk about TikTok all the time. How old is your sister?
28.
Oh, she's older than you.
Yes.
I thought she was like a teenager or something.
I used to say it to her.
That she's a teenager?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Maybe she is. Anyway, number 3. Can you read number 3?
Do people catch you posting pictures, comments, or updates while talking to them?
Yes or no?
Don't.
No, you never, if you're talking to someone, you don't grab your smartphone to check an update or something on WhatsApp, nothing.
Yes. On the WhatsApp, yes.
WhatsApp, yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Number 4. Can you read number 4?
Do you feel impatient when you can't check how many people have liked your photos?
Your photo? Okay.
Photos?
Do you?
No.
Do you feel impatient?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Okay. All right. Number 5. Number 5.
Do you feel puzzled?
Puzzled.
Puzzled when people ask you about your weekend, since they could have checked what you did on your page?
Do you?
No, I don't, man.
Okay. All right. Number 6.
Do you like your own updates and photos posted online?
Do you?
No, I don't.
That is pathetic, right? A person I like its own photo. My gosh, that's crazy. Number 7.
When you arrive at a restaurant, bar, or shopping mall, do you check if Wi-Fi is available?
Available. Do you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, right? Sometimes, yeah.
When I don't have 4G.
Then you go and check. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. How about number 8? That is old stuff. That is old.
Yes. Do you use the phrase hashtag normal conversation, hashtag cool, or reader?
Rather.
Hashtag cool? No, I don't.
Hashtag cool. My gosh, that is so old stuff. Number 9. Number 9.
Would you go back home to get your cell phone if you found out you had left it is there? Yes, of course.
Me too. I would go back. I would go back. Okay? But for emergencies, reasons too, right? What if you're in an emergency, right?
Yes.
And how about number 10?
If you knew someone famous died, would you investigate this person's life and post a comment on their death?
Would you do that?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. So let's check how many points did you score? How many did you mark? Did you check?
How many yes?
Yes. How many yeses?
3.
3. Okay, let's go to the next page and see how you are doing. If you are, man, I can't read that. If you are, what does it say there?
If your score was
if your score
0 or 3, you do not need to worry. You probably use social media's websites judiciously.
Judiciously. Okay, carefully.
Judiciously.
Okay, carefully. Okay. All right, so you're good to go. You don't have a problem. You don't have an addiction, a technology, a social media addiction. You're fine. Okay? All right. Okay, good for you, man. All right, so let's discuss about these topics right there. Do you think people overexpose themselves on social media websites by posting pictures or commenting on their personal lives? Do you think so? Number
Yes.
one. Okay. Why? Why do you think that? Can you give me examples, like real life situations that people are overexposing themselves?
Sometimes people use to how can I say? Sorry, let me think.
Go ahead, take your time. No need to rush.
A lot of people used to expose all your personal life, you know.
All their personal lives.
Yes, all their personal life, their relationships, their I don't know, routine life, everything. It's a little dangerous.
You think it's dangerous? Do you think
Yes.
they could go after people like that?
Yes. It could be unhealthy, you know.
Could be unhealthy as well because people are addicted to attention. People want attention.
Yes, all the time.
All the time. Okay. All right. Do you know people like that?
My sister.
She's a little addicted to social media.
Yes, and now she has a kid, a son.
Mm-hmm.
My first nephew.
Your first
nephew? Yes.
How old is your nephew?
3 months.
Really? He was just born. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. You guys must be super happy at home. Is she living with you or?
Near my home.
Everybody's living in the same place?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. You guys must be excited, huh?
Yes, of course.
Oh, but you guys were worried about the baby, right? It could be dangerous for the baby because the COVID when you guys got
yes,
COVID.
Yes.
Oh.
But I think he got it too. He got it too.
He got it, but no problem. Had no problem.
Yes, no problem. Because his dad had COVID too.
Oh my God! His dad is there living with you. You're
with my sister. She living near my home.
Oh, you guys don't live in the same house. You live
yes.
here.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Got it. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my God. I'm so glad the baby's okay. Right? You must be glad too. Okay. All right. Nice. So you were saying that she got a baby and now what?
She's all the time posting photos
of the baby.
Videos, photos, and TikToks.
Oh my God.
A lot of this.
Oh, of the baby.
Yes.
And how do you watch if you don't have Instagram? How do you watch the videos?
I used to how can I say? I used to see her. To see she posting.
To see her posting?
Yes, with her cell phone.
Oh, she showed you before posting.
Yes.
Shows you the video. Oh, okay. Before
she spent all your day in your cell phone, in her cell phone.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's it, man. That's life. That's what women do. Oh. I don't want to be called sexist. Anyway, and it's being recorded. Okay, hopefully nobody's going to see. No women's going to see. Anyway, Moving on. Next one. What kind of problems spending too much time on the internet and overexposing yourself could generate? What could be done to prevent those? What kind of problems? People that are overexposed to the internet. What do you think might happen? People that are always online, always on social media. Do you think these people, do you think could really become an addiction, a real life?
Yes, yes.
Okay, of attention. People want more and more and more attention.
Yes.
Okay. All right, okay, all right. Let's go ahead and do this listening activity. This listening activity is, it's about this. It's about teens accessing I don't want to give any spoiler, but it's a person talking about people on the internet. Okay.
Okay.
So can you just tell me what's the track number there for activity 20?
27.
27. 27. 27. Okay, let's listen. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Unit 6, Activity 20A. Good evening. My name is Jim Goldschmidt. Tonight, we're going to discuss the impact the internet, and more specifically social networks, have in our lives. Social networks have become an essential part of online lives. Social networks are a great approach to stay connected with others, but you should always be aware of how much personal information you post. Are we overexposing ourselves? When is enough enough? A consumer report in 2012 indicates that 13 million U.S. users of a main social network are oversharing and likely don't know it. That figure represents 8% of that main social network, but it is part of an upward trend in users failing to protect themselves while on the social network, putting themselves at risk in the real world. Another alarming report shows that most U.S. tweens, 10 to 12-year-olds, have at least one social media account, and many go online without any supervision from their parents. This is shocking news because we know that the threats to unsupervised children using the internet are well known and range from identity theft, cyberbullying and sharing photos and videos, to pornography and sexual predators. We know that nowadays, complete strangers can easily access our secure and intimate details about our life, such as birthday, income, where we vacationed last summer, frustrations and rants about work or our love life. So what are the consequences of this exposure, and what can we do to protect ourselves? After our commercial break, we are going to answer these questions. Stay with us.
All right. Do you want to listen again?
Yes.
Okay, let's listen one more time. Do you have the idea what is this about?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Unit 6, Activity 20A. Good evening. My name is Jim Goldschmidt. Tonight, we're going to discuss the impact the internet, and more specifically social networks, have in our lives. Social networks have become an essential part of online lives. Social networks are a great approach to stay connected with others, but you should always be aware of how much personal information you post. Are we overexposing ourselves? When is enough enough? A consumer report in 2012 indicates that 13 million U.S. users of a main social network are oversharing and likely don't know it. That figure represents 8% of that main social network, but it is part of an upward trend in users failing to protect themselves while on the social network, putting themselves at risk in the real world. Another alarming report shows that most U.S. tweens, 10 to 12-year-olds, have at least one social media account, and many go online without any supervision from their parents. This is shocking news because we know that the threats to unsupervised children using the internet are well known and range from identity theft, cyberbullying, and sharing photos and videos to pornography and sexual predators. We know that nowadays, complete strangers can easily access our secure and intimate details about our life, such as birthday, income, where we vacationed last summer, frustrations and rants about work or our love life. So what are the consequences of this exposure, and what can we do to protect ourselves? After our commercial break, we are going to answer these questions. Stay with us.
This listening reminded me something I saw today, that people are taking other people's personal information and try to collect that emergency money, you know, the emergency money.
Yes.
The 600 reais. So we got to be careful, because if people have access to your CPF and your mother's name and your full name, they can go and try to get the money, you know, in your name, right? So that's crazy stuff, you know?
That's really crazy.
Yeah, so be careful, because people are trying to use other people's name. Anyway, so do you think this is probably part of a what? A TV show, a class, or a conversation?
I think it's a TV show.
TV show, very good. You hear him saying after the break, and then it ends, right?
Yes.
Number 2, do reports show that people in the USA have been oversharing?
What's oversharing?
Oversharing is when you share too much, when you share a lot. Okay?
What's share?
Share? Share. Like when you share, like when you post a picture, you're sharing with other people.
Oh, okay.
Compartilhar, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay? You're sharing. Do you think people in the USA have been oversharing?
Yes.
Yes, okay, yep, that's true. Are there many unsupervised teens accessing the internet in the USA?
Yes.
Unsupervised, which means they are not being supervised. Yes, right? Yes. Not only in the USA, here too, right? Okay, can you name 2 threats unsupervised teens face when accessing the internet? 2 threats.
Cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying.
Access to pornography, photos, and videos.
Yes. Also sexual predators, right? There's sexual predators online. There's also identity theft. Identity theft is exactly, do you know what identity theft is?
No.
Identity theft is when people steal your identity, steal your information. Okay?
Okay.
That's what identity theft is.
How can I say dados in English?
Data.
Data?
Data. Like D-A-T-A. Data. Data. Okay? All right. What do you think should be done to force website administrators to create safer systems to protect users' information? And it's a very good question to you, because you're a lawyer. What do you think we could be doing? Like
that's a million question.
That's a million dollar question?
Yes.
Okay, so nobody knows for sure. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Okay, all right. What should parents do to protect their teenage children from the dangers of the internet?
They need to supervise then access to internet, the social medias, their cell phones, and everything.
Okay, all right. I don't know if you know this, but there's an app. There's an app that parents they can see what their son are doing on their phone. Do you know that?
Yes, I know.
That's very cool. I think it's very nice because then parents can control, right? What they're.
Yes, that's important.
That's important. Okay. All right. So we got 5 minutes left. So let's talk about these two situations. We have two situations here. Okay. Let's read both situations. Okay. Let's read quickly. Go ahead and read it. Let me know when you're done. Okay. For situation one.
Okay.
First situation one. And that's a great stuff because you're a lawyer.
Okay.
Maybe you know something how to argue about this.
Okay.
Done? Okay.
Yes.
So did you understand the situation?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think? Do you think it was fair for her to be fired because she took a photo with holding a glass of wine and a glass of beer in another?
Actually, yes.
You think it's fair? Okay, go ahead.
Because the school, she had a responsibility out of school, you know?
Because she's a teacher of little kids.
She's a teacher. And the school can choose their teachers, right?
What do you mean can
That's
choice?
right.
What do you mean can choice?
How can I say?
What do you mean by that? I don't. When you say can choice, tell me in Portuguese what you want to say.
A escola ela pode escolher o padrão do professor, né? A forma de se portar.
Oh, can choose. Can choose.
Can choose, yes.
How the teacher is going to behave. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I never signed a contract saying that I have to behave in a certain way outside of the school. Of course, when you sign a work contract, they say they have to behave in a certain way in the precinct, inside.
Exactly, but
he was outside.
The school can fire you, do you know? Why not?
I don't know. That's the thing. I'm not a lawyer, but the way I see it, she was on vacation. She was a normal person.
Yes.
What do you think? Tell me what's your opinion? She was not working. She was on vacation. when she got back?
Yeah, that's right. It's really.
What do you think?
And she's a teacher at an elementary school, right?
Elementary school, little kids. She teaches
little kids.
Little kids. What do you think? She should be fired or not?
She couldn't be fired.
She couldn't? Okay. Yeah, usually
that's true.
Usually what schools do, I mean, not schools, but companies in general, right? They fire a person and they don't tell the reason. They say, oh, because of your performance, you had a bad performance and this and that. They don't say it. Oh, we fired you because of that picture that you took, because it would be against the law. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So anyway, all right, let's go for this situation 2 here. Situation 2.
That's web bullying, right?
That's what? Situation 2?
Web bullying.
If it's bullying, situation 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about bullying in the web. Cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying.
Why not web bullying?
I mean, I'm not aware of this expression. You know, some expressions, they become common, you know? So web bullying, I never heard this expression before. Maybe web bullying in other countries is used. But in the United States,
I think web bullying is a show of Mauricio Meirelles.
Really? Really?
Yes, a humorist.
Really? Okay. All right. I didn't know that. I never heard this expression, web bullying. People usually use cyberbullying.
Yes, cyberbullying. That's right.
So
her parents is responsible to this.
Her parents? You think the parents?
Yes.
Okay.
The buller, how can I say?
Bullier? The bullier?
The bullier parents are responsible.
Oh, because she's a minor.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep, makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. Nice, man. Nice stuff. See, today we had a lot of conversation activities. Good, right? When we have conversations. So with that,
I need to talk more.
You need to speak more. You need to conversate more, right?
Yes.
Well, buddy talk, man. Like I said, buddy talk is really good. Buddy talk. Maybe there are other apps, I don't know. Maybe there are other paid apps, you know. Maybe you pay not a whole lot. You pay, I don't know, maybe 10 reais, 15 reais. And you can talk to people from Western countries, you know, Europe, maybe America, I don't know. Maybe you should search for more, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, the more you talk, the better. You like to read, so that's a good thing. You like, probably you watch a lot of Netflix, right? You watch series and movies in English. Yeah, and you need to speak more. You need to speak more with people in English. The more you speak, the more fluent you're going to become, because now you are ending expansion 2. You're ending the basic, let's say basic part of the course. Now you're going to the advanced part of the course next semester. So you're going to learn a lot of new structures, a lot of important structures, more complex structures. And then if you start doing that and a lot of conversation, in 2 years' time, when you finish everything, you're going to be fluent, because you're really good. You're doing really good right now. 2 years from now, if you keep going, you're gonna reach the stars. The sky's the limit. All right?
All right, man.
So we're done in Unit 6. Next class, we start Unit 7 already.
Okay.
By the time we're back, we're gonna be over with the book. We just do only conversation. It's gonna be mostly conversation activities and take the tests, you know? All right, good stuff, good stuff. All right, thank you so much, man, for your time. Congratulations on your efforts to keep learning more and more and more and more, okay? Don't stop. Don't stop. You're doing great, all right?
Okay.
And if you want to talk about a subject, you want to talk about something, bring stuff for me, okay? Send me an email. Teacher, research about this. Let's talk about that, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. See you
Thank
Monday.
you, man.
Have a good weekend.
You too, man. Good night.
Good night.